Hi everybody, Toby Milroy here again, Vice President for AMS, and thanks so much for watching this quick video. You know, I've been very fortunate in the martial arts industry, not just to have operated my own highly successful chain of schools, but also I've had the opportunity to work with most of the most successful martial arts school operators and martial arts school entrepreneurs in our industry. And I find many commonalities between folks who are performing at a very high level in their martial arts schools. And for today, I wanted to discuss two fundamental commonalities that all of the most successful martial arts school operators I've ever met have in common. Number one is this. School operators who attain a high level of success in their martial arts school always have a very firm eye focused on student retention, keeping students engaged in classes longer and more robustly. You know, if you think about a martial arts student, every time they walk into your school, they have one of two things in their mind. Either number one, I'm going to drop out, or number two, I'm going to earn my black belt in this school, right? And if you think about your students in that way, you start to teach a little differently. You start to take your responsibility as an instructor a little more seriously, right? Because if a student walked in the school today and in their mind was, you know, I'm going to drop out, or I'm looking for a reason to drop out, you start to teach your classes a little bit more robustly, right? They're a little bit more exciting, they're a little bit more engaging, they're a little bit more focused on making sure the student has a great experience in every class, right? So number one, school operators at a very high level always have a good eye on student retention. And second, and this is perhaps not as intuitive as a school operational fundamental, but second is school operators that perform at a very high level have a very clear understanding of how valuable their time is, right? And if you're a martial arts school operator, your time is the most valuable commodity on the planet for you, period, right? Once you invest a minute, once you spend 1 minute, that minute's gone forever. It will never be replaced with another minute, right? We all only live, you know, a certain number of years, and we have to invest that time wisely. And one of the fundamental metrics that we use in measuring martial arts schools is what is the value of the activity that you're spending your time on? And in order to gross $1 million a year in your school, you must focus on $500 an hour activity, right? So if you're operating martial arts school and you can spend 40 hours a week on $500 an hour activity, you can gross $1 million a year. So the question is, how do you strip away all of the inessentials and focus on the most highly valuable activity in your school? And the fundamental answer to that is systems. You must operate a systems-driven business. You must invest anything that's in your head, you have to get out of your head and put into a system. Anything that's in your plan must get out of your plan into a system, right? And I'm really excited about the 2016 University of Bridgeport Martial Arts Management Summit coming up in like just 2 weeks, just a couple of weeks coming up in your area in Connecticut. And if you're anywhere east of the Mississippi, I highly encourage you to attend this event. And for today, I think one of the reasons an event like this is so important is that we can help you develop the systems, the fundamental systems in your school that you need so that you can focus on $500 an hour activity. If you find yourself every day walking into the school and you're worried about $10 an hour activity or $15 an hour activity, we can help you with that. And it requires a fundamental shift in how you think about your business. And I'm really excited to be able to help school operators with this at the University of Bridgeport Martial Arts Management Summit coming up in a couple of weeks. So here's what I'd ask you to do. Number one is I believe it would be an incredible investment in yourself to register yourself for the UBSummit. And I'll be happy to help, once you get there, help you dig into the fundamental systems of your school and show you how you can focus on $500 an hour activity. But I'd also like to suggest another thing. We're holding a raffle, so to speak, a drawing of all the people who register for the UB Summit. We're putting all the names into a hat, and we're going to draw one name, one school who's sort of deserving, right? And we're going to gift that school a great, huge, fundamental VIP experience at the UB Summit. So in this special VIP experience, The school operator and their entire staff will be treated like a VIP at the UB Summit. In addition to that, I'll be spending some personal time with the school operator, working through the fundamental measurements in their school, both before and after the event. Really a fundamental commitment to helping you take your school to the next level on a one-on-one basis. And again, as you know, my private clients and consulting arrangements are typically very expensive. So this would be a big benefit to any martial arts school operator who wants to grow their business. In addition to that, I also have some free gifts. And I'll be willing to give these free gifts to anybody who decides and chooses to invest in their own development at the UB Summit. Simply just fill out the form on the side of this page, and you'll be entered in that raffle for that special VIP experience. I'll also send you these free gifts. Number one is I'll send you this special report on maximizing your student retention. This is called the 3 proven methods guaranteed to keep students coming back for more. And we're getting really great feedback on this report in the blogosphere. This is chock full of ideas that will help you strengthen your student retention, how you can sort of fundamentally deliver a better product to your student and have them have a much more robust experience in the process. So I'll send this report to you absolutely free. I'll also send you a special video called the 7 Keys to Breakthrough Performance in Your Martial Arts School. And this video will help you focus on the fundamental measurements in your school so that you'll know exactly where to focus. You know, most school operators really struggle with prioritization, with figuring out what problem I should solve today, tomorrow, this week, and instead they're sort of distracted by all of the opportunity that surrounds them. And this video is a fundamental primer that will help you focus on the fundamentals of your business, that will help you on the root metrics of what's happening in your business so that you can take your school to the next level much more easily, much more easily. So anybody who fills out the form on the side of the page, I'll send you these free gifts. If you fill out the form on the side of the page and you register yourself for the UB Summit coming up in a couple of weeks, I'll enter your name into the drawing for that special VIP experience, including the one-on-one consulting and coaching with me and my team here at AMS. So please fill out the form on the side of the page, request your free gifts, and I'll look forward to seeing you at the UB Summit coming up in a couple of weeks. Thanks so much. Speak to you soon.